this is No Job K. Thank you for clicking on my video. In today's video, I'm going to try to hang a door in my new built wall. I have never done this before. I have watched some tutorials online. I hope it's going to go well for me. Let's go. Again, if you don't want to watch me trying this project, then this is the video I found from YouTube, which I pretty much followed, and it was really good. And for fitting the architrave, I followed this video. Anyway, back to me. So the first thing I did is to find some scrap wood. I used some nail to place them onto my door frame so that they can hold my door. And then I took some measurement for the length of the door. Then I went outside to cut any extra bits from the bottom of my door. I put a few cardboard on the floor to lift my door, and then I just tried to put my door into the frame to check if it fits nicely. So some area was a little bit too tight to the frame, so I just used the plane to thinner my door. And then I made some mark for where I'm going to put my hinge. In the video I watched from YouTube, it actually gave me some measurements, which the carpenters normally use. But because I want this door to match the rest of the doors in the house, so I just used the measurements from my existing doors. Once I've marked all the places for the hinges, I used the hammer and chisel method to try to prepare the dent for where the hinge is going to sit in. In that video, it showed a really nice way to do it using a router, but it is perfectly okay to just use a hammer and chisel to do this job. Then I screwed the hinge onto my door and then tried to put it onto the door frame and mark the hinge placement on my door frame. Once all the, hinge house? Whatever, I just call it hinge house. They're all ready, then screw the hinges onto the door, then move the door to the door frame and then screw the hinges onto the door frame. After this, it's time to check if the door can shut nicely.
I was super nervous at this point, but luckily it did shut nicely.
So that was pretty much the most stressful part of this job for me. After the door has been screwed onto the door frame nicely, all it's left for me to do is to fit the door handle, which I have done before. If you are interested, you can go and check out my old videos about how to fit a door handle. Once the door is on, I nail the doorstop onto the door frame. I wouldn't go into too much details. If you want to know how this should be done, check that video from YouTube. And then the last thing I had to fit for this project is the architrave. I followed Wick's video, which I shared with you guys at the beginning of this video. All I want to say is, being a beginner at this job, it's pretty much impossible to get the 45-degree angles perfectly. But it doesn't matter, try not to stress about it. Once they're onto the wall, if there's any gap, just use some filler and fill them. Once you paint over them, they are just going to look lovely. Finally, I used a flathead screwdriver to knock all the nails into the architrave and the doorstop.
To finish the job, I used some filler to fill all the nail holes. And this is my finished functioning door. Thanks for watching and see you next time.